Maduro from power. Earlier in the day, he had released a video in which he was shown alongside what looked like senior military figures. Alongside them was another former opposition leader who had previously been imprisoned. For more reaction to the story, we speak to the South African Communist Party, an organisation which has strongly backed the government of President Nicolas Maduro. In fact, it sent, I think, at least 2 delegations there to publicly support his government. Solly Mapaila is the first Deputy General Secretary of the South African Communist Party. Solly, good evening. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good evening, Stephen. Good evening to our viewers.
What's your reaction to what's happening on the streets of Caracas tonight?
The streets of Caracas actually have been coming out in support of President Nicolas Maduro, which international media has not reported about. What they've simply done was to take a small section of individuals led by Guaido, self-imposed president, also supported by the United States, to go in front of the military, as well as supported by the Colombian president, Ivan Duque, and the Secretary General, Luis Almagro of Organization of American States, who are the ones that are fanning this thing. It's a blue lie. Actually, throughout the week, there's been massive support of President Maduro by Venezuelans who have come out into the street basically to preempt this march that was taking place. And obviously, tomorrow is a big day in Venezuela. There's May Day celebrations. Workers and the Venezuelans have said they are coming out in their big numbers. They are trying to preempt this and to send these lies across the world. But otherwise, from the information that we have received, the streets of Caracas are calm. People are okay. There's no coup taking place.
All right. So, there are lots of different interpretations. I'm sure there are plenty of people, if we were to ask someone in the United States, they back the street action against Maduro, but they would have a different view. A key to all of this seems to be the military. You back the Maduro government, fair enough. Do you think the military might have changed sides? There seems to be video of some of the military figures alongside the opposition leader.
No, the military has not taken side. The military still support President Maduro. As I indicated, even yesterday they showed a video of someone who said he was in a Venezuelan hospital claiming that there are no medications and everything else, and this person was actually in Germany. So there's been massive propaganda against the Maduro government, coordinated largely by the US government funding also the Colombian government. But as we now know, President Trump of America has indicated that he wants to get rid of Venezuela, he wants to get rid of Nicaragua, he wants to get rid of Cuba, because these 3 states are functioning socialist states right in the belly of the United States, and they don't like that.
Okay, it seems that we'll get to the divisions in Venezuelan society in a moment, but do you think it would be possible for there to be a change of government if the majority of Venezuelans were against it? And the reason I ask is you say the majority of Venezuelans back President Maduro. If it does turn out that he falls, do you think it would actually be possible for that to happen if the majority of people did not support him?
There will be no such possibility, because this majority of people have come out overwhelmingly to vote in elections that supported President Maduro. These are the same people that are coming out to defend their vote.
The results of those elections have been highly contested. Guaido, the opposition leader, says that there was a huge vote.
At the moment, by the way, Guaido, he's heading the parliamentary division. The Venezuelan system is far different from us. He was beaten outright, particularly in the presidential elections, but he has won the section that deals with what we call parliamentary vote. Why is he allowed to lead the parliamentary vote, for instance, if the elections are not democratic? Why did he accept to be in parliament if the elections are not democratic? In fact, his party won. So the issue is that there's lack of understanding here as well about the electoral system in Venezuela. As I said previously, that's the most transparent electoral system in the whole world. And actually, Venezuela holds more elections than any other country in the whole world. If you talk about democracy, don't touch Venezuela. It is amongst the best in democratic discourse. So we can go and get something else. So in this case, it's just absolute interference by the United States government in violation of international law, in violation of Venezuelan solidarity, sovereignty, and that is why we call for peace and for world solidarity with the people of Venezuela, so that we defend the independence of nations, not allow the U.S. to do what they're trying to do now.
Whatever happens in the next few hours, or whatever happens tonight or tomorrow in the next few weeks, are you worried that what's happened in Venezuela has led to really deep-seated divisions in that society? Almost no matter what happens, it's going to be very difficult to heal that society now.
No, not much. I think that's what I'm saying. Maybe what we need to do is to facilitate, and I can pledge to do that, to facilitate a delegation of people from South Africa to visit Venezuela, the media and everybody else, so that they can go to different parts of the country and come back and make their own position. But at the moment, we've been receiving news from one source, which is the source of people that want to depose the government of Nicolas Maduro, which is democratically elected overwhelmingly by the people of Venezuela.
Solly Mapaila, thank you very much indeed for coming in. The first Deputy General Secretary of the South African Communist Party. Stay with us, plenty more news to come, lots of developments. We'll keep a very close eye on the situation underground in Rustenburg and on the streets of Durban tonight.